Okay, so the council had, proposed that they would like to see the pool open as long as possible this year. But we just discussed in regards to the cooler weather, we did have to shut down on Sunday. There was no attendance, and now we're supposed to be open this weekend, but the cooler temperatures will become a factor again this weekend. We would like to, in the future, strive for opening the pool by or before Memorial Weekend and staying open until Labor Day or even after Labor Day. That is our goal. And so if we have to shut down the pool this weekend, it isn't something that we want to strive for, but it could be because of the weather and everything like that.
I think they said it's supposed to go all the way in through the weekend, the cooler temps.
Yeah, there's not a 71 for Saturdays.
I drove by a couple times on the golf cart. There was nobody there the whole entire time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 68 in the rain. I guess it's kind of a staffing decision too. I mean, if there's not going to be staff, it makes more sense just to kind of divide and conquer with the people we have. But I would like to see, an actual plan put in place for next season so that we can hopefully be staffed from Memorial Day through Labor Day. I think one of the other things we're going to have to kind of try to, I don't know what the campground numbers and everything are going to look like, with last year's flooding and, the golf course and everything else. We're going to have to try to promote that as much as possible going into next season, especially now knowing that, it's going to take hopefully a lot more rain to cause issues down there. So, I mean, it's been a pretty wet summer. We haven't had any serious issues, so hopefully we can build on that and start getting people back.
But that goes back to the marketing. I pulled a lot of that stuff off just due to the expenses, tried to dwindle as much stuff down as possible, but you were right. We need to have
Well, we didn't know what this season was going to look like, but barring anything catastrophic between now and next spring, we should have a pretty good grasp of what everything's going to be up and functional and what we're going to be able to offer.
But the marketing, back to Fund 52, the marketing for the campground and the park and all of that stuff, the year that we made over $100,000 in the campground, we were already blasting in at the beginning of December, so everybody was putting their reservations in by the first of the year.
Right.
And to do that, obviously, that costs money to run those ads and whatnot, or just to get it updated. Some of the marketing that we have, obviously promotes Club Allison, promotes some of the other amenities that are no longer there. So we might have to fine tune a few things, but to go back to that this December and start blasting all the ads, getting people like time to book, don't forget about January 1st.
So do you think it makes more sense from a budgetary standpoint to put in like a promotional and advertising line item in the general fund? Or does it make more sense for each individual department to have their own small line item that they can put into 52 or put into the cause? So
I guess it doesn't matter because it's.
It doesn't matter to me, it matters to you because you're the one that's going to be looking at the line.
And I would like to see some of it just be in a central location and it being utilized for all amenities.
I mean, and realistically, whether it's liquor store, all of it.
All of them.
Right.
So anyways, so looking at that, getting back to normal and trying to blast that out there, getting the marketing plan again, just making everybody aware of us again and come back in the next season, hopefully prepared and ready to go. So yeah, I just wanted to let the public know of our thoughts in regards to the pool. and possibly maybe closing it for the weekend.
I guess, I'll just leave it up to, I guess I would just leave it up to staff, but I would say as soon as that decision's made, you should probably put something out there that is either gonna be open or closed, depending on what you guys decide.
This was its final meeting, correct?
It was a final weekend,
Correct.
but I just want this, we do now want to set precedents. We would like to be open Memorial Weekend through Labor Day weekend for sure, going forward.
I would hate to staff somebody down there if nobody's gonna be there, so.
That's all that I had on the agenda. Does anybody else have anything that they would like to discuss? Okay,
Unless you wanna give us an update on Center Street.
I was gonna make that suggestion, but I don't know.
You don't want to? They got curved down by like,
you want me to get Wade on the phone?
no, I drove down there, they got curved down.
I am knee deep in numbers right now. Wade is the man to talk to.
Yeah, I drove down there too anyway. I saw they're like just north of, what was it?
Yeah, they're probably just north of Fourth, maybe. Or that intersection of Curve.
Looks nice.
What was the timeline to do Main Street? How many days was that set aside for that?
That would be the
You
one
wanna
nice
call,
thing. is-
call Wade right now?
No, I thought, oh, that's not, don't turn the second, right? That's close. No, we got off the top of our head.
No, but it would be nice to have an answer by this week,
It's
if
at
they're
least,
gonna do the alleyway.
Yes, and so I've already
So we have a
discussed that with you guys to,
probably at
at
least
Are you talking?
the 9 o'clock Thursday meetings at 5 o'clock.
Yep,
Are you talking on the north side or south side?
it'd be on the south side, they'd stop at Main Street and then.
Pick up next year?
Yes.
And we're running out of time, that's why I asked.
very much so.
Just with school going, it'd be nice to have somewhat of a walking path for kids to get across center.
Down by the church, you mean?
I make a motion to adjourn the workshop.
Go ahead.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried.